Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to start today's episode by taking a moment of silence to reflect and shine some positive energy to the family and to anyone affected by ICE and their actions throughout this country. There have been a lot of people who feel scared, and I just want to send a moment of solitude for the family and friends of Renee Nicole Good. Thank you. Now, I do want to mention that times are scary and everyone needs to be extra aware and vigilant of what is going on in their community, especially with what is happening to the right to due process in particular, as this government paints pictures of people without giving them a right to a fair trial, unfortunately, taking their life in this case. And I want you to know that there is community and we will get through this. She was a mother, she was queer identifying, she had a wife. And I want you to know that if you need to talk to anyone, definitely seek people to talk to. People will be more than welcome. Thank you. And let's get on with today's episode. I forgot I was muted. Um, so Jake, you went to, oh wait, I did
And then I text.
right in the beginning.
Wait, I don't know how to do it.
Good morning, everybody. I am joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Megan
Hi.
and Jake.
Hey, good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you've been on the pod, but we are glad to welcome you back, Jake. You went to Waterworks yesterday, as I have heard from you. How was it? Was it
I
busy? Was it popping?
it was interesting. I feel like I've been walking into Waterworks and it's just like what song was playing? It was like, "Hey, what's up? Hello." And it's just like an awkward kind of dance
Yeah.
You
floor
mean like Fetty
feeling.
Wap? Like
Yes.
from 2014, from well over a decade ago?
Yes, like it was like throwback
Okay. If we
Okay,
are
well, I mean,
'14.
playing
this
music like that, we need to be playing Cascada.
right.
Like,
That feels
if,
like a very straight choice.
yeah. Why are
And
we
it
playing
looked
Fetty Wap?
No.
it looked like a straight crew. But, then, as the night went on, there were some drag queens. Philly walked by and I was like, okay, like the Diva dolls are here. It's
Of
gonna get
course.
good. And they did a show, so it ended up being really
Okay. Yeah, I
I
heard they
saw a
like
picture. Sorry.
they lifted you up, carried you on stage,
good. No,
allegedly.
oh no, I wish I would love that attention. But no, they just I, at one point she did call me out and point me out to the crowd, so I was very happy about that.
Yes, Jake,
Say I
you love
saw
the attention.
so I saw a picture of them on Instagram and everyone looked great from the Diva Doll show.
Mhm.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
stunning, gorge.
Oh yeah.
hmm Yeah, and like there are straight bars playing gayer music than Waterworks right now. Like I'm sorry, but like come on. Like
Charlie becoming mainstream. Hello.
No, like there was straight bar play, like literally Cascada, ABBA, and Slater. Not a fully gay bar. Like there were straight people there.
Wow.
But it's like it's not that hard to throw in I
Yeah,
don't one of those, every like 3 songs into the
yeah,
mix.
but like
Right.
25 minutes of like 2014 rap music, like
So that's crazy. Even if I went to Waterworks in 2014, I can tell you I would not want have wanted to hear Fetty Wap. Like not
no,
even in the time that it was relevant would I have been like, yes, put this on. Girl,
yeah,
put some 2014 Ariana on. Get
Mhm.
some what was happening in 2014? God. There's music from that.
like
I digress.
let's get the gay back on the TV. Let's get gay music back on the speakers. Like,
And bring the gays back.
yes, bring gays back because gays know how to do nightlife. Okay?
Well, that's why you get all the straights coming
Yeah,
because the gays are the only ones still doing nightlife at this point in
exactly.
time.
Exactly. I went to
Mhm.
a straight nightclub one time in Syracuse years ago.
Hmm.
That place was dreadful. That
Yeah.
place was literally the entrance to hell.
Yeah.
I was dragged there by college friends
Yeah.
and like never again. The place closed. It was actually called, or I think it was not Studio 54. Let me be very clear, but that's what they went by.
Yeah. And club culture has changed so much that I
Yeah.
think gay clubs are the last sort of
Hmm.
establishment that you can have and have a time
And the
like
fact
you
that
used
it's
to
like
be able
supposed
to.
to be like a safe space too is like let's not welcome like
Right.
bad energy,
Yeah.
straight
Yeah.
energy.
Let's
Um
not invite people that could hate crime us.
like right now hockey is turning more gay than some gay nightclubs. Like the amount of like okay, also they had the shortest like spur of let's be anti-woke of any sport, and I think it's just because so many of their fans are gay or lesbian, that hockey said, you know what, we got to backtrack. We forgot our audience. Like because now all of them are doing pride nights again, which is good to see. We need to welcome that they're doing pride nights and not criticize, I think, because I don't want us to backtrack again. So let's
Right.
let's keep welcoming Pride Nights. Let's support the NHL if they're allowing teams to do Pride Nights. And I think we gotta realize that that's better than nothing at this
Mhm.
point.
You said something. Did you say pride tape?
Yeah, like on their hockey sticks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain it for the non-sports girlies real quick,
So
please.
So basically, what happened a couple years ago was they were gonna decide to ban Pride tape on hockey sticks because you can decide like what to wrap your stick
Hmm.
in. But then a few players revolted and said, "I'm still gonna show support and I'm gonna do it anyways. And what are you gonna do about it?" And literally, like the day it was supposed to go in effect, they were like, "You know what? Whatever."
They said, you
Like
don't tell us what to do.
allyship, allyship.
Yep. Yeah.
Kudos to that player. I forgot what his name was, but
I mean, are there any out
no,
gay?
which is the craziest part. There,
Mhm.
there, there are no out hockey players in the NHL, but the fact that they were able to, like, the straight players were able to be like, no, fuck off.
Mhm.
We're gonna show our support. Like, incredible.
You know what they gotta do?
What?
The team that wins the cup or whatever, they all gotta watch episode 5 of Heated Rivalry, and then we're gonna get at least one of them is gonna come out
Well,
on.
apparently, Hudson Williams, like the actor of the show, one of the main actors, he said like closeted hockey players have been calling him and
Oh,
pro athletes, like in general. So like maybe we will. Maybe we'll get a moment where one of them is is gonna recreate that scene.
So you're telling me all I gotta do is like become an actor for a Netflix show and I'll get some some DL athletes in my frame?
Maybe. Meg, do you like Jan Sport?
So when Jan was on Drag Race, I was obsessed. I was
Yeah.
like, who is this diva? I am her fan forever. And with that, like I keep up with what she's doing. I don't hate her. I don't she's okay, yeah. I
Well, she is actually doing Pride Night at Syracuse Crunch in February.
oh I
And I
love
find it so funny that Syracuse like booked her, and I feel like they did just because sport is in her name, to be honest.
that. Oh, you mean like the
Yeah.
university?
No, no.
Or
So Syracuse has like a semi-professional hockey team. It's like this
oh.
the below the NHL. Yeah.
Oh, oh my God, that's so fun. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, like good for them.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
I know. I love that this year CNY Pride was like, this time we have an entire section reserved. Like they know people are gonna be signing up to go.
Yeah.
But I think there was an after party as well I saw featuring like Stella Progress and JanSport at the Song
I
and
love that.
Dance. So if you're in Syracuse listening, buy tickets, go support, go to both events, go to the game and then go to the hockey or go to the hockey game and then the after party. They are not far from each other, 2 blocks. You can walk, y'all can walk, just watch your back.
I will say
Not
no
for
one's
me, not for don't watch your back for me. I'm not gonna be chasing y'all down. Just y'all get what I'm saying, though.
it's interesting because I saw a stat the other day that said the NHL, like in terms of viewership,
Yeah,
the WNBA had just surpassed it. And like it was around
yeah,
500,000, I want to say. But we talked about this before that these are the two leagues that, like, well, through heated rivalry,
yeah,
well, we're seeing the NHL step up and be like, we endorse Pride Night. And in the WNBA,
yeah.
you have players that are married, you have all of them endorsing Pride
There needs
stuff
to
as
be a
well.
reality show about that, by the way.
I was gonna say, oh, there's it would be great. But there's something I wonder. There's something about being a lesser viewed sports league in America that
Yeah.
maybe like it's saying okay. I don't know. It's very because you look at football, you look at baseball, you look at the NBA. Even it's not the
Hmm.
same culture
Yeah.
to be embracing the queer identity in such a way. I
Hmm.
don't know. I just that I saw the stat and I was like, what about these two? Like I get
Yeah.
the WNBA, I guess I get for different reasons. I'm like, what?
And with like the NFL, it's not like they're saying we're just focusing on football, like we're not embracing culture because you saw like last year, year before, Taylor Swift was on the screen every single time she went to Travis
Yeah.
Kelce's game. Like they're still getting involved in it. It's just
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
there
but
has been an openly out NFL player like a decade, 15 years ago, maybe.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Um,
will say, like, I feel like the NHL's decision is a little more from the heart than
yeah,
it is from the pocket about supporting Pride Nights. Whereas the NFL, I don't think would ever do something like that because they only think about their pocket. Um, don't get me wrong, the NHL is definitely thinking about their pocket, but like, I do think they have since been committed to supporting Pride Nights ever since they reversed their decision on Pride Tape. They don't get me wrong, every sports league has issues, but
right.
let's take what we can,
Yeah.
but
I
and let's take
wonder,
over whatever we can. And if that's hockey, that's at least it's an interesting sport to watch.
I think it's
Although I know
about
you like football, Jake, so
like knowing your base, right? That if you know your base is cool with this stuff, you're going to
yeah.
be off the bat more open to
Yeah.
doing that. And whether that's because there's a huge Canadian audience and maybe they're not as homophobic as us. I mean, I'm not like, I know everyone is
And
like,
you know what, too, is like by supporting the NHL and them having Pride Nights, it creates for the athletes as well, an environment where they might be more comfortable one day with coming out.
Mm-hmm. Fully.
But also, like Harrison Butker, we're waiting for your announcement. Um, just saying, girl. He's
Yeah, he's the yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
like we're waiting. We're waiting.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Hmm. He's on the same app as Mike Johnson right now.
Just some of the people that crashed it at that guy's
Uh-huh.
memorial.
Oh my God.
But also, like, what does it say? You're at a memorial and you're like sliding up. Like,
I mean, everyone handles grief differently,
anyway,
am I right?
that is true. That is true. But, mm-mm. All right. So, coming up, y'all, we have a very special guest. She is America's favorite pasta brand, and you can just slurp her up. We have an exclusive interview with Buffalo's pasta queen, Lyn Guinie, drag queenie. We are joined by the excellent, the wonderful, the gluten-filled Lyn Guinie, the drag queenie. Lyn Guinie, how have you been? Any gigs lately?
I've been good. I most recently did a New Year's show in Utica, New York.
Okay.
Um, it was a good time. I've got something coming up at the end
Ooh.
of January also, but I can talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Megan, do you want to ask the first couple questions?
Yeah. Okay. So I had been talking to one of my friends last week after they had listened to the pod, and they go, "Bitch, Linguini? That name, too perfect." They were obsessed, losing their shit at the name. I have to admit, I also was as well. Are you like a big pasta person? Was it just like, let me have fun? Can you tell us a little bit about it? What
Yeah,
made you?
absolutely. So I'm named after my mom mostly.
I
Um, Her full name is Jocelyn, but everyone calls her Lynn.
love that. Oh my God.
And then I was like, what can I take Lynn and make it like draggier? And I've always been a fan
Yeah.
of pun names. So
Yes.
Lynn Guinie just kind of like felt natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of ironic because I'm allergic to gluten, so I can't eat
Oh,
pasta.
no. Oh my God.
I can have like gluten-free pasta, but
Yeah.
like the regular run-of-the-mill, not for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then also I'm not Italian at all. Um, so what I really am, I guess, is a pathological liar.
I love that. As someone that's not Italian but likes to claim it deep down. Um,
It's also Italian, so
yeah,
no. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. So, what are some of your favorite artists to perform to lip sync?
Um, okay. Let me think, because there's one that comes to mind immediately, but I have to think of like more than one. Definitely like my go-to is always Lady Gaga. Not to
Yes.
be like that girl, but it's just I know most of her music. I perform a lot of her music. I had a kick of like 7 months where I was doing like exclusively Shaisa.
I love that.
Um,
I was
I
just gonna say,
also
is there a
no, you go.
specific era of Gaga that you like?
Oh, definitely Born This Way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That album is definitely where I like find my niche.
I love that. You knew instantly.
Um, oh yeah. Um, Definitely also like I love like if depending on the crowd, I love Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Um, because that's where I like really get down into like Lyn Guinie started as like very, very like punky and grungy.
Ooh,
And I think I still have a lot of those elements, but
yeah,
like one of the very first songs I ever performed was You Ought to Know. And like I still go back to it every now and
yeah.
then. So definitely Alanis.
Classic.
Um hmm, those are definitely like my big go-to like top two. There was a while where I was doing Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama.
Love Rena. Yep.
Um yeah. I don't know. I kind of do whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Lately, I've been really on a Jessie Ware kick.
Okay. Okay.
So I just did Spotlight by her. I have a show coming up where I'm doing What's Your Pleasure by her. Um, yeah, it's just kind of, I got to feel it out depending on the show.
Of course. Of course. Absolutely. So, do you have a most memorable performance, like a most memorable Gaga performance?
Most memorable Gaga performance. So I do a government hooker number where
Ooh.
I start in like a black trench coat and strip down to a yellow corset and pasties.
Stop.
Um, I specifically take off the jacket at the part where it goes, "Put your hands on me, John F. Kennedy." Um, but I did that at my undergrad college, like has me back every now and then for shows.
Oh, that's fun.
And I did that at they had like a freshman welcome weekend show,
Mhm.
and I did that at that show. And I didn't like think about it beforehand, but afterwards, their campus life person like came up to me and was like, "Hey, in the future, let's avoid pasties." So I think about that a lot.
That's kind of iconic. By
So
kind
yeah,
of.
no more pasties, but
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you went to school up in Potsdam
yes.
and your drag family, you're a part of the House of Progress, am I correct?
Yes, I am.
That's pretty Albany based. And I saw on your Instagram you're in Buffalo. So you're a girl on the
Yes.
move.
Oh, I'm everywhere. Right now, I'm based in Buffalo for grad school. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in social work.
Wow. One of my best friends just did that and it's hard. Yeah.
It's hard, but it's worth it,
Yes.
to do the work that I want to do.
Yep.
But yeah, I did school. I did my undergrad 3 years up in Potsdam. Um, I'm from Little Falls, which is like 30-ish minutes from Utica. So
Okay.
I've kind of been all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you end up involved with a drag family that was in Albany?
So I initially had two drag parents when I had first started drag, which were Ayana Rouge and Miss Kit and Caboodle.
Hmm.
Um, Ayana I've known since I was like
Wow.
because she's from Little Falls, so like we knew
Yep.
of each other, like
Hmm.
that kind of thing. And she was one of the first drag queens I ever saw perform. Um, so I had kind of had just those two for a long time, and
Hmm.
then the past like year and a half or so, I found myself getting really, really close with Stella.
Yeah.
Just kind of like initially as like an auntie,
Hmm.
because her and Ayana are like sisters. So it was just like it just felt natural.
Hmm.
But then eventually it was honestly Natalie Taylor that really gave me the push. She was like, because I had been talking about it with other people, like, I really enjoy Stella. I enjoy her company. I enjoy the drag she does. Like, I would really
Hmm.
love to kind of have her as a mentor figure. And I had mentioned this to a few people, and a few of them had actually mentioned it to Stella. And eventually Natalie Taylor was just kind of like, why don't you just ask her? And I literally did that night.
Yeah.
Um,
She said, girl, get the fuck over it.
no, that's exactly what happened. So I just kind of asked her, and it just kind of made sense. And
Mhm.
I feel like she's really helped me push my drag in a new direction that I feel like it needed to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We just had her on last week and she was absolutely fantastic. I found out
Hmm.
that she was also a huge Little Mix fan. If
Hmm.
you think, okay, so if you were on a road trip, let's say, together, you guys are doing a bunch of traveling, who would you hand the aux cord to in your drag family?
And who wouldn't you hand it to?
Oh
Be honest.
gosh. I think I would hand it to psoriasis
Okay.
because I feel like she would surprise me and give me something like fun and unexpected.
Love that.
I don't know who I wouldn't hand it to. Um, huh. That's a shady question.
Just a little bit, but who,
Um,
okay, who's playing the same artist on repeat?
just for shits and gigs, I'd say I'm not gonna give it to Noah.
Okay.
Not for any particular reason, just because I'm feeling silly.
And I think that's what I have for now.
Hmm.
Anyone else want to
Yeah.
hop
What
in?
is one song you will never perform again? It is like off the list, deleted from the playlist.
Hmm. I don't know about never perform again, but I'll do something I've been avoiding.
Hmm.
So I did Stella's Miss Gay Empire State benefit show in August, and it happened to be on my 21st birthday. So I was like drinking and doing drag for the first time ever. And I was doing Untouched by the Veronicas, and
Mm.
I fully forgot half my words. So I've just been kind of avoiding her because I feel like if I ever do it again, I need to do it justice. But for now, it's kind of on the back burner, not really thinking about her.
If there was a song that if you had to remove a song from ever being performed again by any drag queen, like overperformed in the ground, which song do you want to lay to rest?
I feel like This Is Me needs a nap. I know that's not an unpopular
Yeah.
opinion. Um, I mean, it's a good song. I do love The Greatest Showman as a musical, but I feel like it's a little overdone. She could use some rest.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've gotten that answer.
Oh,
That
I'm
that
sure.
that's been the answer a few times. So it's not an unpopular opinion at all. So
I like the answer of letting it rest. Like you're
yeah,
not saying go to sleep forever. Just let her take a little nap.
maybe for
Right.
5 years,
Yeah, you
10 years,
can
and then
15 even.
bring it back when it's vintage.
Yeah.
And when it's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no shade here, but what city in upstate New York do you think has the best drag scene and why?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Because I've performed a lot of places that I've really
Yeah.
resonated with, but I feel like I've found the most community in like the capital region.
Hmm.
Um, like I love like the girls from the Syracuse scene. I think Oneonta has a really good thing going. But I'd say probably I feel the most, and it's ironic because I'm literally in Buffalo, which is like the farthest point in New York State away from Albany. But I feel like the capital region is like where I really resonate with.
Jake, do you want to ask a couple questions?
Yeah. So how is the Buffalo drag scene? Because I am from Buffalo, but
Hmm.
I have been in Albany for like 6 years now. So I feel like I know more about the Albany drag scene than the Buffalo one. But when I go back, I don't really, I don't really like see as much of a scene. But where do you guys perform, or where do you like to in Buffalo?
So I haven't actually had the opportunity to perform in Buffalo yet. I've been very busy with school and kind of been prioritizing that, and most of the performing I've been doing is like out of town stuff. Um, but the performance scene here is very um like diverse. There's a lot of different types of performers, which I really enjoy. I follow a lot of them. I don't really know anybody personally yet. I'm still kind of working on that. I'm like a little bit of like a socially awkward person when it comes to meeting new people. So I've been kind of like holding back a little bit. But there's this bar on Allen Street called 26 where a lot of performers perform. There's a place on Elmwood called Milky's where there's a lot of performances. Um, it's kind of, I'd say it's easiest to find drag by following the performers here, because they kind of are very good about promoting the stuff that they're doing.
Mhm.
Um,
I got a
yeah.
quick question. Would you, I mean, you said you haven't been there for long, but I would kind of think some of the Buffalo drag scene could be absorbed into the Toronto drag scene, right? Because Toronto's so much that if you're like out there anyway and you wanted, I don't know, I've heard there's crossover between the two, just not even drag scene in general, like business, that stuff.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah,
I'm not super familiar with it because I
yeah.
haven't been here for super long, but it is close enough that I feel like there's definitely some crossover between like there and even like Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
um, yeah, there's definitely some like different
Yeah.
paths crossing for sure.
I mean, there's crossover between Plattsburgh and Montreal's drag
Oh
scene.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Great
there's
point.
been,
Hmm.
yeah, there's been more and more queens that I've heard like, oh, I'm performing in Montreal next week.
I love that.
International
Or
show.
Ottawa. Yeah. International queens.
Mhm. You know, I like 26 in Buffalo. I think that's my favorite bar. Whenever I'm there, that's my go-to. Um, so you mentioned earlier like punk grunge. Would you say that's your style, or how would you describe your drag style?
It's such a great question because I feel like I'm in the middle of like really finding like my groove right now. Like I've been changing up. Like this past year has been like I feel like the big transformation, not big transformation, but where I've been trying to really harness and work on makeup,
Mhm.
and like get to a face where I feel like this is Lyn's signature face. So in that process, I've kind of like I've drifted a little bit away from the grungy look because I used to do strictly black lipstick. Like that was it. Um, just because it was easy, it was familiar. I did it for literally like 2 years straight before like branching out and doing like red and pink and like a nude and like stuff like that. But I feel like there's definitely still some grungy elements to Lyn Guinie. Like I still love to pull out like Alanis, like I'd mentioned, or like I'd love like another go-to for like if I want to give a little bit more of like a punky feel is like I love a good Paramore song.
Mm.
Um, I've been doing Barracuda by heart lately. Um, so like feel like yes and no, if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, like it's like your go-to, but you're branching out.
Yeah, I'm finding different ways to express myself performance
Mhm.
wise.
Nice.
And the season theme is reclaiming labels. Do you have an example? Could be drag or not drag related, of you reclaiming a label that someone maybe put on you in your life and how you've used that to empower yourself.
That's a great question. See, and I knew about these beforehand too, and I just like didn't brainstorm because I just like didn't have time. But
We can always circle back to this question if you want to think about it.
yeah, could we circle back? Like,
Yeah,
give me a second to think about it.
yeah. So
That
let's
would be
circle
great.
back to that one. Um, Jake, I think you have a couple more questions you can ask.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah.
So I guess just to get to know you a little more, how long have you been doing drag and what inspired you to start?
I just hit 3 years in June. I'm a Pride baby, like most people. I feel like there's like two types of drag performers. It's like you're either a Halloween baby or a Pride baby.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, I feel like what really inspired me to start performing was like I saw my first drag show when I was like I like got special permission from the owner of this venue to go see this show, and in that show was Ayana Rouge. And I feel like knowing her outside of drag, but also knowing her in drag really showed me like, oh, this is possible. Like I knew I had to wait a little bit. Like I ended up waiting like 5 years to actually like do the damn thing. But I'd say like seeing that first show when I was so young was really like a turning point for me.
Hmm.
I say you're young and your level of drag is pretty impressive. So that makes
Thank you.
sense that you've been involved, you know, since you were a little baby.
Yeah. Just a little, just a baby. I don't have any money. I can pay you in blocks.
If you had to pick a drag superpower, which would you pick and why? The choices are makeup, choreo, or sewing.
Ooh, I don't know how to sew at all. Um, like I did like we all took like the basic home ec class where like you sew a pillow.
Hmm.
Um, but like I don't remember how to do any of that. So like I feel like I don't want to pick makeup because I want to work that out on my own, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So I'll pick sewing so that I can just like miraculously learn it.
valid.
Wow, I'd agree.
All right, so circling back to the label question,
Hmm.
were you able to think of any moment in your life where you were like, I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna make it a power of mine?
Um, so the reason I was like
Yeah,
hesitant is because I was like debating whether to like use a specific answer or not, but I
yeah.
feel like I'm fine talking about it. I'm autistic.
Hmm.
So like that's been like a long journey of like feeling comfortable with that. So I feel like if there was like a label that I feel like I've reclaimed, it would definitely be that, just because I feel like I see it more as like an asset, like acknowledging where
Yeah.
there are some limitations, but also where there are some strengths with it. Um, but yeah, I feel like that would be.
Yeah, that's definitely like good to feel comfortable with yourself and confident and not view as something that the world put against you, but something you can use to your advantage. So that's really
Mhm.
um, cool to hear that you were
Yeah.
able to reclaim that label.
Yeah, I think it's as someone who's also neurodiverse, it's been really refreshing to see the change in discourse that it's so much less of a stigma to have
Mhm.
a brain work differently. And that's all it is. My brain works differently. Your brain works
Right.
differently.
Exactly.
It's, you know?
And then there's a few more questions, but where can people find you online after the podcast?
So I always do like at every show, I try to spell out my Instagram handle because it's long as hell. You can find me at Lyn Guinie Drag Queenie on Instagram. So that's LynGuinieQU, nope, DragQueenie. And I won the spelling bee.
Yeah.
But you can also find me on Facebook under my boy name. If people are interested in that. So that's Will It's either Reynolds Roush or I think it's Will Reynolds Roush. Roush is spelled Rauch. But yeah, you can find me there.
So I have another question. Has there been a time in your drag career where you have felt challenged, like the most challenged? Um, I know for me, the moving around that would probably be hard. Or has there been a time that, you've been like, oh shit, how do I pick myself up and get through this?
I'd say definitely like you kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit. Like the moving around has been very strenuous on like performing because like I can still perform with the people that like I really have these deep connections with.
Yeah.
Um, but like being so far from them and kind of disconnected like physically
Yeah.
has been very difficult, I'd say. Like I still am able to like check in with people pretty often. Like I call my best friend, who you've actually, I think you had her on the pod last season, Scarlett Vendetta.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
we met at college and hit it right off.
Love that.
So we were very close and we keep in touch pretty often. I keep in touch with Stella pretty often. I keep in touch with Ayana, and I'd say like Natalie checks in really often. So like just like having those people in your
Hmm.
corner
Yeah.
kind of helps feel less disconnected, and like actually like seeing people every now and then is really helpful. Like I was able to go see Miss Viola compete at Miss Great Lakes Comedy Queen because it was only like an hour and a half away from where I'm living right now. So I got to see everybody for that. And I was able to go down and watch Natalie win and Ayana compete in Miss Gay Empire State, which was also really good to see everybody.
Yeah.
So like there have been some like really good highlight moments
Hmm.
where like I've been able to still connect with people, but I'd say definitely like the distance has been really
Yeah.
difficult.
But knowing it's only time, because I mean, I assume you're just in Buffalo for school and that
Mhm.
you'd maybe come back after you had graduated.
Fingers
Um,
crossed. That's the goal.
oh yeah, I think there's an element, knowing it's only temporary can help, but absolutely the distance will
Mm.
weigh on you for sure.
Mhm. So it sounds like you've had a pretty positive experience in the drag community, but do you have a message you would want to send to someone who has been a hater?
Not really. Um, I wish I could be like the drama and be like, yes, but like, no, not
It's been
really.
okay, honestly, I'm
Love
glad that's
that.
yeah, that's the answer to that one.
And if they are a hater, they don't exist.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
necessarily in my forefront.
No.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you have any exciting announcements or events for this upcoming year?
I'd say the thing I have coming up soonest is January 24th. We're having a huge cast up to SUNY Potts to do a like our giant yearly drag show. Stella Progress is going to be hosting. And then Scarlett and I will be there. Scarlett because she's a current student, me because I'm an alumni, and then a huge cast of performers from like Syracuse, Albany, kind of everywhere that we could find people that wanted to come up. Like Shanita's coming in from Plattsburgh. Like it's going to be a really great time. So I'd say that's probably like the soonest like big thing I have on my horizon.
Where is that? Is that at the campus?
Yes, it's on our campus. I don't know what the rules are as far as like non-students attending, but yeah, it's going to be on campus. It's a good time. I've done it the past 3 years as a student, so this is going to be my first time doing it as an alum, which I'm really excited for.
Wow. So you Did you just graduate in 2025?
Yeah, I just graduated in May.
Wow. So there's a bunch of people you still know, I'm assuming, in the audience.
Oh yeah.
That's so crazy. That must be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a great time.
And then, do you have any long-term goals with your drag career you would like to share, or are you just taking it as it comes right now?
I think there's room for both. Like I'm kind of taking it as it comes, but also I feel like right now I'm really trying to find like it feels weird because I've been doing drag for like a little over 3 years, but I'd say definitely like finding my niche, my
Yeah,
groove, like really nailing the makeup aspect, really finding myself performance wise. Like I feel like I'm close, but I'm also a believer that there's always room for more growth. Um, so I'd say, I don't know, just keeping on challenging myself, keeping on evolving, keeping changing and making things different and just switching it up.
that is, I believe, all of the questions that I've had. Megan, do you have anything else you want to ask? Or Jake?
I am, I think, all out of my brain has been on 1% for the last day or so. So we are might be down to point 0.5 right now.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I've been kind of the same.
Yeah.
Are you the same way, Jake?
Yeah, I don't have any more
But
questions.
all right, then in that case, thank you again, Lyn Guinie, for joining us.
Of
Everyone at
course.
home, make sure you go support buy Lyn Guinie at the stores. Um, she eats it up. Now it's time for you to eat it up. Thank you,
She
Lyn
eats the gluten
Guinie.
free up.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the gluten-free linguine, Barilla.
Mm.
exactly. But everyone go follow Lyn Guinie online at Linguini, the drag queenie, I believe.
Just linguine, drag queenie.
Linguini drag queenie. So go follow her, support her, go to her shows and events, enroll in a class so you can attend her event if that's the rule, and then get an A in that class so you can go to her next event.
And I hope we see you
So,
in Albany soon.
yeah.
Yes, me too.
Mhm.
All
So
right. Well,
thank
thank you
you
so
again.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining this week's episode. Thank you for listening and tuning in. We hope you have an incredible week ahead. And listen, y'all, we will get through these difficult times in this country. And we need to understand the gravity of the moment. And let's just say it speaks volumes that a lot of these celebrities are silent on what is happening right now. I literally only seen two speak up, and one of them sings about Friday, Miss Rebecca Black. So, we gotta give her some credit because she is literally one of the only people I have seen use their platform to say anything condemning the actions of this administration right now, which says a lot about where we are as a society, but
Now, I think maybe it's because I'm a little older. I've seen a lot of others. So I've seen like Amanda Seyfried, Kerry Washington, Billy Eichner, like a bunch of other people. Io at a Berry, fucking love Io. But I have seen a bunch of people, a bunch of
that's good to
celebs that like the
hear.
usual
Yeah.
suspects, like Mark Ruffalo. He's always
Yeah.
going to be like, that's not cool.
hmm
Mhm.
But yeah, like the younger celebs, like silence, and it's
Ugh,
come on,
yeah, what are we doing?
y'all do realize you're a target of this administration. Like
Right.
you can't be silent. You gotta speak up. because being silent is how they win. And I am going to end the episode there. Follow us on Instagram at Wave Your Flag Pod. We stream on every major podcast streaming platform, including YouTube. Link is in my Instagram bio if you want to stream older episodes. Thank you again. And if you're looking for a place to watch Drag Race in the Capital Region, follow Capital underscore region underscore gays on Instagram. They share all the go-to events in the Capital Region. Follow all the drag queens and keep supporting queer spaces and queer events. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.